Hello and welcome all. Today's agenda is agenda number 4, which is paragraphs and lines, wherein we would be learning how to do paragraph spacing and indenting and tab settings with paragraphs, and also line spacing. For the same, I would be sharing a Word document. I again have to repeat that I've taken this document from Microsoft Word website, and it is their own template which I'm using for training in this video. You can see a document right now with some basic formattings. I would remove all the formatting from this document and make it a normal document without any of the formattings. So you can see a document right now with no headers, with no colors, with no paragraph settings, with no line settings. We would be doing formatting for this document in a manual way, and then I'll let you know in my next video the other better option to do formatting for all the paragraphs and lines. Right now, the first thing what we would be doing is that we would be making this first line as a header. So for example, I want this to be 24 point size. I would want to make it centrally aligned. I would want to make it bold, and I want to capitalize every alphabet of this heading. So either I would be pressing Shift function 3 to capitalize it, or I can do the same thing from this option where my cursor is right now. I click on this, I have many of the options. Then I would be working on the line and paragraph spacing of this. For the same, I would do right click, I go to paragraph, I get this dialog box. I cancel this right now. I can do the same thing by going to my home tab. Under my home tab, a paragraph grouping is there, and I click on the same. I get this. This is my line spacing, wherein I would make it, for example, single. In my paragraph spacing, I would make my after as 18, in fact 24, and my before as 0. And I press OK. So if you see this space below the line, there is this extra spacing, paragraph spacing, which has been given to this line right now. Next, the second would be a little smaller in point size. I would make it as 18, bold, center aligned. Again, I would go to my paragraph spacing. I would make it, for example, 18. My line spacing is single. Okay. Then I come to my guidelines. This is again a third heading, wherein I would come here, make it 16, center, and then with regards to this paragraph and line spacing, you can do the same thing by using the other option called as styles, but we will be discussing that in my next video. Now we come to the next heading, which is project goals. Again, I would make it bold, but for this, I would be making it only 14 in size and left aligned. Now we come to these lines. In these lines, we need to give them bullets. Bullets are these small circles, or it could be any other shape. For giving bullets, we go to Home tab. Under Home tab, in the paragraph grouping, here we can see this icon called as bullet library. For this bullet library, you got these icons which we can use for bullets. Right now, if you see, these are not bullets, these are just normal symbols. We need to convert this into bullet or just give bullets to these lines. We come here and we click on any of these symbols. How do we come to know that these are bullets? If you have observed, when we select this whole line, these are not highlighted. In the previous, even these were also highlighted. So when we select this, even if these get selected, they are normal symbols. So we come here and click on this icon and then give this as bullet. We come to this, again we can give bold. We can increase the point size to 14. I guess this is 14. Yes, 14. We select this bold. I will make it as 12. This is my paragraph. I would justify it. Again, for these, I would give them bullets. So this is the way we give bullets. We can change the size and we can give paragraph spacing. Now, I would be coming to this paragraph and I would be showing you the exact working of line spacing and paragraph spacing and the difference between paragraph spacing and line spacing. When we talk about line spacing, the spacing is meant to be between two lines, and those two lines can be in a paragraph or they can be in two different paragraphs also. So for example, if I go to this drop down dialog box launcher of paragraph and I make my spacing of paragraph. So this is for paragraph spacing and I make this as 0 and I click on OK. Right now, if you see, there is no paragraph spacing before the paragraph and after the paragraph. Now we would be giving them line spacing and I would make this as double and I click OK. Now if we see, the spacing between the lines has increased, but before and after the paragraph it is not increased. Now we would be applying paragraph spacing. Now we would be looking at this and I would give the spacing before the paragraph as 12 and even after as 12 and I click OK. Now if you see, the spacing before the para also has increased and after the para also has increased. This is the difference between paragraph and line spacing. In this case, if I remove the line spacing, I make it a single, we would see the spacing post para is there, even before it's there, but within the line it is not there. So this is the basic difference between paragraph and line spacing. Now with the same paragraph, we would be learning something about tab and indent. I select the paragraph by clicking 3 times. And now, if you can see the cursor here with these circle rings, these are called as indents. This is divided into 3. This is called as the first line indent with the downwards triangle. Center is called as hanging indent. And the bottom is called as left indent. So we would be using this indent for this paragraph right now. If I just use the first line indent, you would see that only the first line is moving. I press Ctrl Z to undo. I do it again. If you see the first line indent, only the first line is moving. I press Ctrl Z again. If you use the center one, you would be looking that only the first line is not moving, as every line is moving in this paragraph. I press Ctrl Z again. And if I move the rectangle, the left indent, every line in this paragraph is moving from the left hand side. Similarly, we also have this indent, which is called as right indent. If I move to a left hand side, for this paragraph, I have given these indents as limitation beyond which means on the left hand side of this and on the right hand side of this, the paragraph would not go. To make it normal, I just come here, move it, I just come here and leave it. So this is my basic indentation for a paragraph. In my next session, we will be covering in a different way in which we can format our paragraph using style. Thank you very much.